Welcome, fellas. This is the second session of our Return to Darkness sort of backstory, not backstory, like downtime adventure, focusing on Ralrut. And last we left off, Ralrut, this is your whole thing, so why don't you give us a little recap?
Oh, poggers. So, what happened was, from the Athedonians let Ralrut travel outside the, I guess, country.
Mm-hmm.
To on the terms that he kind of acts like a pseudo diplomat for Athedon to the Herd of Shadows, and also see if they could find any information on the blacksmith or all that good stuff. So then Ralrut finds his way after a few weeks to Herd of Shadows where they're vibing, and he teleported into his dad's, I guess, threshold, and then he had a knife stuck to his throat and shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good summing up of the situation. And on your adventure, you invited Sonder and Ethel to join you. Right?
Yep.
Who agreed for their own reasons.
Sorry, I'm just making space for you.
And
I don't know what space.
so, sort of just getting back into it. Actually,
This is mine.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom super quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, well, that's
Just
unacceptable.
Anticlimactic.
And I'll just pee right on camera.
You should get a shit bucket.
Get a shit bucket?
Yeah.
I'll just
So you never
DM.
need to leave your gaming chair.
I'll DM from the bathroom.
Want to see you take a shit, Alex? Do what I do.
Oh yeah, well. If there was anything you guys would have talked about on the journey, or want to prepare for, leading up to you like stealthing into the camp, now's the time.
I don't think I would have done anything
Did you?
right now. I don't think I have much.
Yo, Ethel, you don't smell like shit anymore, bro.
He still does. I can smell it.
No. He's got his own butthole stuck up his nose. So, No, I have a bathing stone that was in my. I don't have
Teach me more sign language, Wolfman.
I thought you were talking to me.
I think, aren't you already? Oh no, while we were on the journey. Okay.
Oh, hi.
So we went through the swear words. We went through like basic commands and indications that enemies are nearby. I would say we would go through the like basic phrases of like I need healing, enemy over there, regroup, move forward.
Fucking Genji, I need healing.
Yeah.
I need healing. I need healing. I need healing.
I like miss the days of high school. Overwatch just came out, and I was like, I'm gonna be a Genji main, and then played the game for like 2 weeks, and then stopped.
I like Overwatch.
It's all about Reaper.
I just generally like team games like that, so I still enjoy Overwatch.
Oh yeah, me too. I just was never good at FPS games.
Wait, hold up. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't even try it. I just go to support roles.
Yeah.
I find it more fun.
Set a timer for 20 minutes.
Well, how are you guys doing? Well, Ethel and Sonder, is there anything you guys talk about while Ralrut sort of just goes away?
Ethel, in your long history with animals, have you ever known other people like me? Alex, do I know?
What?
Well,
Alright.
Food master.
It's up
I
to
don't know
you.
people like you. I know people who control things like you.
I don't know
I-
disgusting
I
creatures
control
like
things
you.
like
I
that?
don't,
What is
What do I
that?
control?
your
I'm
people.
talking about Beastmasters. Juan, you're not here.
Oh, you're
Oh.
calling him an animal. Then.
No, I just mean like I didn't mean it like that. I
Ethel's
mean like,
racist. Ethel's racist. Ethel's racist.
you're not
Have
here.
you ever? Okay, I'll ignore the slight.
I didn't mean
offensive.
it in an offensive
I'll
way.
ignore it. I'll accept that she didn't mean it in a mean way.
Yeah.
Have you ever known people to lose control of their bestial abilities?
Depending on the. Yeah, because I know that there's two ways. There's either, you're either awakening awakening a creature. There we go. That's the words. To give them sentience, though, that bond that you have with them, might not last. Depending on how you treat them, they might leave you. I think it lasts for maybe a month or so. Don't say anything if I'm saying wrong information. I don't think I am. But
As a druid, Ethel is able to potentially make friends with animals, right?
yeah, I can make friends with animals, but I can also give them sentience if they're not lacking, if they just don't have that. The thing with that though is that they remain charmed for about a month, and then after that point they are no longer charmed. So if you were addicted to them during that month, they could just leave you, and kind of go like wild, wherever, like however they'd like. But if you are kind to them, then they can decide to stay with you.
At some point in the journey, I would have liked to have transformed and have her try and use that spell on me to
Well,
see
it
if it
wouldn't have
worked.
worked for you because you already have sentience.
Well, is that your
actually,
only
that's
way of controlling an
confusing.
animal?
That's confusing because Awaken gives them an animal that can't talk, the ability to learn one language. So you can't talk during your beast form. If I were to cast Awaken on you, would you be able to talk during your beast form?
That's the point of this experimentation.
Okay, but Awaken is a very...
Okay, so I transform, and you cast Awaken on me. What happens?
Okay, but
Mr.
Albert,
DM?
slow down. Let me get there first. The Awaken isn't just like, oh, Druid has...
Sonder, by the way.
It
Okay,
uses a lot
Albert.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Give me a second to get into it.
When they said control animals, I was gonna say a racist joke, and I want you to know that.
You're not there.
Thank you for not. I guess I'm not. I'm
Oh.
not saying thank you for that. What the fuck do you want? A medal?
Yes,
Wants his dick sucked.
I do. I want you to know that there's a racist joke
can you
there,
press the
and I
button
think
real
you're.
quick?
I think you're aware of which racist joke I was gonna make.
Juan,
I'd like to stop this conversation.
Juan, this in and of itself is a part of the problem. Okay, this is equally problematic.
All right.
Chill.
So.
Wait, I'm not. Wait. Okay, so I'm still talking to him. Sorry. So I want to inform you that using this spell, causes. I have to. Wait. This is loading. It's loading. Just give me a second. I don't have all of it memorized. Okay, using Awaken. I don't know if I actually have it ready. I think I automatically have it ready. I should have it automatically. Oh, okay, yeah. Awaken. Clicking. I have to use. Yeah. Okay. So it's it would be a fun experiment and everything, but it costs like materials worth 1,000 gold pieces. And
I'm
it
worth
consumes
1,000
those.
gold pieces.
I have the agate. I think I have it. But if you buy
Well,
me,
you don't need to do it, but don't you have, like, Animal Friend or something as an ability? Or a spell?
Yeah. Let me
See if that
I do
works
have
on
an
me.
agate, just so you know. So I could potentially. It's just like you have to. I want another one if you're gonna. You know. I'll do the spell if you bring me an agate. Anyway, okay. You want animal friendship?
Is that what you would have
the spell
used
that
on
I
the
have,
T-Rex?
Convince a beast and harm. Also, I was going to say the other way that a beast could go rampant is if you're a beast master, and I don't remember the complete details about this, but during battle, you have to roll ferocity. Yeah. And I believe when that number gets below a certain point.
Too high.
How'd you say?
Once it gets too high.
Oh, if your ferocity gets too high, if the animal's ferocity gets too high, then the animal will stop listening to you. So, like, my aunt with Kokiri, or my aunt Oji. Oh, you've never met her before. She's a beastmaster, and she has a giant weasel, like plant weasel kind of situation. He's a real weasel, but he's got plants on him. Anyway, his name's Kokiri. During battle, if his ferocity gets too high, then he'll no longer like help her. He'll kind of just go apeshit. So that's another way, but that's not what you're talking about. Anyway, the spell, the animal friendship just convinces the beast that you mean no harm by it. Yeah. You just have to succeed. Okay. If the beast has an intelligence of 4 or higher, then the spell automatically fails.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, never mind.
I'm not wasting it. I speak with animals. Oliver. Sonder.
I don't think it's gonna help. It might help, but I don't think it's going to.
Well, it could help me talk to you while you're in your form.
Actually, it could be useful in sometime later, but we'll see.
I gave me the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration, which is 10 minutes. The knowledge and awareness of many beasts limited by their own intelligence, but at minimum, these can give information about new. Yeah. I give you a couple good berries.
Give her what?
I give him a couple good berries.
Yeah, she gives you a couple good berries.
How many? There's a couple.
I'll just give you like 3. Or I'll give you 5. I'll give you 5.
Don't they expire
How
after
many
a
can I
day?
make?
Yep.
Okay, fine. I'll give you 1. I'm not gonna waste my good berries.
Well, she.
Wait, if I give him a good berry, do I have to actually cast good berry?
You can.
Do I have to cast good berry though? Like
Right.
mark off a spell slot and everything?
Well, while you guys are having
No, listen.
while you guys are having this little conversation, Ralrut,
Yes.
you currently just teleported into the hut, and immediately there's just a bit of a knife just right up to your throat.
Wait, wasn't it his mom?
Yeah, and you hear, as soon as you teleport in, you feel the knife, and immediately you hear a baby start crying as the kid being held. It's just like freaking out and like looking at you, and you see they're reaching up towards their mother who's holding them, who you recognize as your own mother.
You know that what's actually the Minecraft chicken?
You're
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
well,
the app.
music.
Could be. So what do you do? And you see they just look at you, and you see they almost like pause, and they have.
Wait,
the
give me a
knife.
sec, Alex. Hold up. Give me like 2 minutes.
All right.
Bad one. Anyway, Sandra, do you want to play tic-tac-toe again?
No.
You're just scared because I beat you last time. Do you want to play dots?
No.
Hangman?
Mm-mm.
Sandra, do you want to play... I can make a ball out of plants. And we can play Foursquare.
No.
So,
Actually, yeah, I'll play Foursquare. What die roll do I have to roll in order to play Foursquare and
I don't
beat the
think-
shit out of her at it?
You playing Foursquare?
Wait, listen, okay, I want to make a ball out of plants, okay? And we can play Foursquare with it, right?
If you'd like.
I don't think the ball's gonna bounce though, but he doesn't need to know.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna use... I don't know, I'm just gonna keep casting Druidcraft until I have a shit ton of flowers and then smash them into a ball and keep spitting on it to make it into like a, you know?
I don't want
Okay.
to play this anymore. That's fucking gross.
I take the cleaning stone and I start hitting the the ball with it and I'm like, see, it's fine. Don't be
I was gonna get rid of all your saliva then.
Is there a stream nearby? Or water?
I mean, you guys have water.
I'm gonna take the water and I'm gonna pour it on the ball. And I'm gonna use it to make a ball.
Okay.
You're gonna throw it at the ground and it's gonna fall apart.
Juan, you were in the middle of
All
playing
right.
Foursquare, I need you to relax.
So,
We'll come back to this, Oliver.
Ralrut,
Yes.
You see, I mean, the form just looks up at you, and there's immediately just like shock in the face, looking up at you.
Right, and alright, I look at it. I look at her and I'm like, oh, like, just under my breath, I'm like, oh shit. You know, I'm not ready for this. It's just like, you know, think to myself, oh man, I'm not ready for this. But I do like mumble, oh shit.
And the knife immediately just gets dropped, and the kid starts like calming down as your mother just goes in and gives you like a warm embrace, and he's just quiet and just says like, you can hear like almost tears start welling up, and she just says, Ralrut, is that you?
When she hugs, my hand's just gonna be at the side, you know, like kind of confused. Don't know like what to do with them. Kind of just like have like a lump form at this throat. And, like, you know, tears start streaming, and he just hugs them like that. You know, but breaks it down though.
Yeah. And they're just immediately as you get close, the kid, like you immediately like your mom holds you for a bit, but then she sort of breaks up, and you two don't like necessarily even say anything, but she looks down, and you see the kid is now calm and is just like reaching out towards you. I mean, Goliath children are fucking huge, but I mean, relative to you guys, it's about normal size. And you see the little girl is just reaching up towards you. Maybe not.
Don't hit this kid, okay?
Not even a year old.
Be a bro moment. You know, just stifle the two X. Like, I believe, what was the girl's name again?
And she just says, the child named after your grandfather, Teldes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
See, she's just immediately like, the little Teldes is just in her like heavy bundle, cause it's snowy out here, is just reaching up towards you, and it's just like kind of grabbing at your armor.
Like, oh, he's kind of fat.
And your mom just says, you're a pretty big baby yourself, Ralrut. And she looks down at you, and she like pinches the front of your arm, and she says, seems not much has changed.
Oh. Well, a lot has changed, I guess. Alright, when was the last time you saw me?
Must have been nearly a decade ago.
Yeah, a lot has changed. Didn't you say Bramgram or the colonel left a big ass scar on Ralrut's face?
Oh yeah, you've got a big scar, and you see she's looking over all of you, like just kind of taking everything in. Because I mean, last she saw, you were like waist height, and now you're standing a good couple inches over her.
Only a couple inches, bro. Ralrut's mom is jacked too.
Goliaths are huge, dude.
Wait, Ralrut, how tall are you? I know I'm not there, but I'm curious.
Oh,
You just want to know so you can make sure you're fine.
Ralrut.
I thought it was like either 7 something or Goliaths are massive.
Yeah, they're fucking.
I was like, fuck.
Then I know Kratos is like, that's what I think of your character a lot of. He's like 7'4".
No, Goliaths are fucking huge, bro.
Yeah.
He's like 7'8" right now, 7'6".
7, 8.
Modest.
You're gonna die young.
Modest.
Your
7'5"
heart
is what
will
you did.
keep
You have an
alive.
inch on Kratos. Short fuck. Boy.
Boy.
Without your armor, you're a good like 300, 400 pounds.
Kinda damn.
Bro, and I yell at this dude all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna die. He's gonna punch me and I'm gonna freaking bash my brain in. It's like the toys. Where they literally will punch each other's skulls in.
Yeah. Yeah. He's capable of that.
Damage.
And so you guys just, I mean, she just looks at you and you see the kid sort of like reaching up to you. She says, well, why are you here?
Well, technically I'm supposed to be here on a diplomatic mission, but I'm here for the big cheese, my father. I wanted to sneak in here so I could scare him and then, be all dramatic, but caught me red-handed, I guess.
Well, he's currently in the middle of a meeting. You can still catch him.
Alright, be honest. Was it hard for you to find me, or was I just like an idiot teleporting in the middle of the room?
And you look over and she's got like, there's a campfire in the middle of the room. It's like vented out through the top. She says, I was cooking. See, there's a pot of stew. And she's like, you just teleported into the middle of the room. And you see the knife she was holding and now has dropped onto the ground was just like a carving knife. And you see like there's what looks to be some kind of like big snow cat's like chest that she was carving at.
Okay. I'm gonna retire. So is my father gonna be popping by anytime soon then?
Well, he's actually in the throne room, giving a little bit of a decree. Although he should be finishing up pretty soon, if you'd like to pop in.
I mean, if he's gonna stop by here, can you give us some time? I kind of still want to be all dramatic and kind of try to scare him or something.
She says, well, gonna hide anywhere in the room. You should be coming in for food pretty soon.
No, but I kind of want it just to be the two of us. No, okay. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna try to make this work. Hey, can it just be the two of us so he could like, I don't know, be surprised and like, I can do something cool? Please, Mom. Please.
Mom, please. Says like, okay, I'll give you the room.
Ralrut regresses into a 12-year-old.
He's like, look, all right, you can have the room. I'll finish up this meal. Tell him to come in and get some. And I'll go out to do something. Give the baby a little walk.
Alright.
And she's the whole time she's like shaking the kid. She's like, you'll have the whole tent.
You need help with that, Mom, or?
She says, well, you can hold them if you'd like.
Okay.
And she like,
yeah.
She moves over to hand you the baby.
Roll the hit.
She hits you with the baby. Boom. No, she hands you the kid, and you take him. How would you say Ralrut is with the kid? Is he like holding them well, or is he like real awkward about it?
I mean, I'm kind of probably awkward about it. I mean, every guy is awkward with a kid.
Standard stereotype.
Yeah.
But it is a freaking Goliath baby, so it's probably sturdy as fuck.
It can get dropped. I got dropped on my head all the time as a kid. But you...
Bro, that scared me.
But yeah, you grab the kid, and immediately they're just like giggling.
When she's doing that, I'm probably telling my act when use Umber Turkey to morph it into like little animals and shit.
Yeah, because you got like the little mantle of shadows always around you. So you just sort of have some of the snow beasts, like some of the beasts from around the Iron Root Mountains, just like jumping across your shoulders. You see she's sort of laughing at it. She's like kind of just batting at them. And then she like bats at your chin and just like slaps your chin.
Hell yeah.
Take 1 point of it.
And just starts giggling. That would kill a mortal man.
I would kill the NPC.
But you see, she just hits your chin, and then immediately seems to lose interest in the little shadow puppets, and is now just smacking your chin.
Alright, I'm gonna try to make things more interesting with the shadow puppets. So I'm gonna have the animals run around, but then use like some tendrils that I saw in my dream, morph into them and like drag.
And give this kid nightmares. Like, oh, let me show the kid stuff I saw in my terrible, terrible nightmare. So you see the creatures are just like jumping around on your shoulders, and from behind your neck, little tendrils of shadow just whip out and grab them and just pull them back into the dark. At that point, the kid like looks back and it like gets a little like scrunchy face, like scrunched up face, and just starts giggling and laughing. And it just goes back to like smacking your chin.
Alright, I'm just gonna show the adventures of Ralrut at that point then.
The kid seems to like you quite a bit.
Alright, let's go. You know what? Can I try to do a little shadow puppet puppet show of the adventures of Ralrut and the Vanguard?
Well, how much detail are you giving? Like, we're talking.
A lot of detail.
Are you showing the like? Are you graphic with it? Are you're graphic? You start showing some stuff, and immediately, like, your mother's just watching, and she's just enamored with the whole situation. But seeing where some of it is going, you immediately feel like another presence on the same shadows you're manipulating, and they just sort of like pause where they were. She says, "Oh, okay, Ralrut, I think that's enough."
Yeah, I think she got disgusted. She's like, "Oh shit, is that where Ralrut went to?"
No, she's like, I don't think that's good for the child.
What part did you stop at?
Whatever first thing came up with, like, any kind of violence, or the slavers.
The slave. Oh shit. Well, I feel like the slavers would probably just start out.
Yeah. She cut you off pretty early.
Yeah. Okay, my bad.
There better be a piece left for me when I get back.
God damn it. How good is the Umber Turkey? Is it like you can't manipulate its like shape or hue, right? I mean,
you can't not the hue, but the shape, yeah.
Okay. Then I was going to try to show the glistening of Bram more. Alright, how about
you can do like pretty detailed silhouettes.
How about the fight with Justice, but toned down?
Okay. Yeah,
you
start. You start doing that, and it's all like flashy. There's no like Bramgrim losing his arm, or you guys all almost dying. So it's like a little flying silhouette of an angel with you guys attacking it, like jumping back and forth, slashing at it, till eventually it falls. And none of you guys got down. You're all just like, yay!
Yay.
And she's just like giggling the whole time. And she's just looking at herself, or just looking at your armor, and just like playing with it.
Or you know what? The Dave versus Ralrut fight.
Dave.
That's no violence.
Dave versus Ralrut.
When did you fight Dave?
I don't know. I fought him once, and that was probably one of the key signature character growths, because that's when Dave used
Oh yeah, in the arena.
Yeah, dude, that shit was great. That's still one of like the best episodes, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I think I called that Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Show timer.
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah.
You have to watch that one, dude. That shit was great.
Yeah, but you start showing some of it to her, and like in the time you're like showing all of this to her, you start hearing movement from where the throne room is.
Oh shit! Everybody, all right, Mom, hurry up! I'll go hide. I'll put on the hood Well, I told her tell death.
Alright. So immediately, she's just like, this whole time she was finishing her cooking, and you hear like footsteps going up to the door, like on the other side, but she like kind of glides her way through it, like, and closes it quickly behind her, and you have a bit of time. You immediately hear some conversation on the other side. You have a bit of time. How are you gonna try hiding?
I'll put on the hood and go to the darkest corner of the room.
All right, make a stealth check.
And then put my echo on another dark corner of the room.
All right, make a stealth check.
All right. All right. Well, 25.
All right, 25. So you just sort of stand there menacingly. You're not even necessarily trying to... Are you trying to, like, not be seen or just look menacing?
What happened? Say it again. Sorry.
Are you trying to not be seen or just look menacing?
Not be seen.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what that could be, man. That did not sound like time.
So you just tried disappearing into the corner. And you know, in the Herd of Shadows, they tend to like places pretty dark just because, I mean, they use the shadows, right? So you easily enough just kind of disappear into the corner. And you hear like the door open up as you see your father, Ralrut, like start stepping into the room and just go over to the... You see he like looks around for a second. Is your echo also like hidden?
Yeah.
Alright, and you rolled a 20 what?
25.
Alright. I actually have a stat block for this guy.
Bruh.
So here, give me a second. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you played him, remember?
Yeah. Good.
Here. So level... Yeah, I'll make a perception check for him. That's not... So you see, he walks in. He sort of looks around, just sighs, and starts, like, taking off some of his armor and stuff. And he goes down to start serving himself a bowl.
Yeah.
Right. He starts, you see, he grabs the knife and starts carving from the cat, like mountain cat lion.
Mm-hmm.
And then in a very swift motion, you see a knife in each hand, he throws the carving knife and another, like, one of the, like, big forks he had.
Yeah.
One at each, like, one at the echo, and one at you.
Can I try to dodge it?
Well, he's gonna make an attack roll.
Oh, damn. All right, let's go.
Papa, no. Oh, that's a 30. You see, immediately, just the... I'm gonna roll a d4. Let's see what you get. Evens or odds, Juan?
Odds.
Okay, good. So the knife stabs into the echo, and it just disappears, but the fork jams into your shoulder, and just sinks in. It goes all the way down to where all you see is the line of the fork, like just the handle, as it's just like, I mean, you're covered in heavy armor, so it goes like into the throat, shoulder kind of area, like here, as it just sinks in a good couple inches. I'll say you take 10 points of piercing damage as the fork just, and you just immediately just start coughing because of the object now lodged in your esophagus.
Reduced by 3 or 4?
No, that's past your armor, bro. Just
Okay, then I'll go and pretend like it didn't hurt, but it hurt a lot.
make a performance check.
Not bad. 15.
Pretty bad.
You see, he looks over and immediately like picks back up his halberd from the ground.
Wait, did he take a disadvantage, by the way?
Oh, what would it be a disadvantage for?
The hood. Okay, the hood up.
Oh, I'll roll that perception again. Yeah, you see the
Backtrack
funny
everything.
thing. What?
Backtrack everything.
What?
I said backtrack everything.
No, I mean you see the. Wait, what?
No, I'm saying backtrack the whole scene
Why?
because he has the hood. Never mind. I don't know what the hood does. I'm just
No, you see the funny thing about the character like this is he has a +9 perception.
Oh, yeah. I have to get really lucky.
Yeah, and so you just see,
Did I
like,
get lucky?
no,
Oh.
he has the halberd up to you, and he just says, "Who are you? Why are you in my room?"
God damn it. Alright, how do I do this?
You got the fork just sticking out there. And it's like a jagged, it's not like a clean utensil. It's just like carved here in the mountains kind of for...
Okay, I'd be... Your powers haven't dimmed, old man. You have a whole different tone, too.
Yeah, you just, when you go for a deeper voice, he just looks at you and he says,
Your voice cracked.
The voice cracking. Oh no.
he looks
Why
at you.
the brownies are beeping?
You see, he's like, you see, your dad was always a very active fighter. He doesn't just stand still. He's like slowly stepping forward, pushing the halberd into you. And he says, "I asked who you are." And at this point, the halberd is now like pushed into your armor, and he's like pushing you up against the wall with it.
I'm gonna put my echo behind him and try to teleport.
Making it
Above, and just try to have it fall. Like,
make an initiative. Make an initiative check.
God damn it!
He will also roll initiative.
Nat 20, baby.
3, baby. Woo! Oh no, I rolled a 2 because his thing. Let's go. You.
No. No.
So you move the echo and then teleport and switch places, and you land on top of him.
I'm gonna try to have my foot on him and be like, ha 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 ha.
Are you trying to stand on top of him?
Yeah.
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh, let's go. I'm actually proficient in this. Yeah, ugly. How'd you print it out? Está bien, pa. ¿Qué estoy haciendo? Ya, sí. Está bien. No, yo y mi tío Martín. Sí, no me importa, thank you. Sorry about that. Oh, god damn it. Not really hot. 14.
Alright. Yeah, you managed to land, and the guy's like a wall. You stand on him. And then I need you to make athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, well. Athletics, obviously. God damn it. Come on. Stupid desk. 27.
30 from your father. As you see, you teleport on top of him, and he takes the opportunity. He drops his halberd, and immediately you feel his arms grab your legs as he, like, just almost goes down into a fetal position and just chucks you forward into the wall. It does not seem like he's recognized you so far. And you just get thrown into the leather, like, the leathers of the wall, and just, like, get wrapped up in them. From being thrown, it's not that much. I think it's genuinely. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. That is reduced. That you can reduce that. As he just chucks you into. I think it's -4 now because it's equal to your proficiency bonus. Juan. Uh-oh, stinky.
Sorry, my bad. Keep on damn fucking get into my lock that shit. Okay, say it again. Sorry.
Yeah. So your dad reaches up and grabs your legs, and just like falls into a fetal position and throws you forward into like the leather walls of the hut.
Yeah.
You get wrapped up in it, so you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Is that already reduced?
No, you do the reductions.
Reduction is 4 now, right?
It's 4 now. Yeah, so he just chucks you into it, and you get wrapped up in the leathers as, like, the wall sort of comes down. You, like, tear a hole through it. He just chucks you through it. And immediately you just hear a very loud whistle as he just, like, whistles out, and immediately you know it's like the kind of warning whistle he would do if there were ever to be an attack. You've drilled this before. And now you're just laying, like, back flat in the snow as your father, like, steps through the hole he now made in his own tent. He's got his halberd up in one arm, and he's got it in, like, a position to throw it at you.
Okay.
And he just shouts out, "Who are you?" as he has it up in the air.
Alright, I'm just gonna be, oh, what the fuck? Oh, that hurt. And then, like, just have, like, when I get up from the snow, just have, like, the hood fall off. And, like, son of a bitch.
And you see, he looks down at you, and immediately, like, the recognition hits, and it's almost like, oh shit. And then, like, the stages of his face are just, oh shit, oh shit. And then just, what the hell are you doing? And he looks at you, and just says, Ralrut? And immediately, you see a bunch of guards start encircling you, all with their halberds out.
Where's the highest point? Where's, like, the highest ledge I could probably stand on?
From where you are right now, I mean, the furthest, you can only get your echo 15 feet.
Yeah.
It would have to be on top of a post, like the post that of your father's hut, but you don't think it would support your weight.
Any other ledge?
And I will also say, Ethel and Sonder, you guys, from the position you're at, were either of you keeping a watch out, like an eye out
I definitely
for the camp? All right, roll a perception check.
I don't know my dice. They're right here.
I did follow, and then I think I returned to camp.
Yeah.
You thought I was doing that. That was not me. Ha 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 ha.
I wouldn't say I was watching, but, like...
Alright.
I think
Roll
I
it.
was because of the, 6 plus 13.
Plus 13, 19. Yeah, Ethel, you hear a really loud pitched whistle, and you see the hunters you guys were watching
My wings perk up like little ears.
immediately,
Oh my
like,
God,
run
like
back
satellites.
towards where you know the camp is.
Say that one more time.
Ethel already knows.
Yeah.
She already knows.
So you hear a loud whistle.
Yeah.
And then immediately you see the hunters you guys were watching outside of the camp run right back to the camp. Like, they completely stop their hunting and start sprinting back to camp.
I'm like, oh shit.
I was in werewolf form. Even though I'm on the other side of the hill, do I still hear the whistle?
Are you just chilling in werewolf form?
I imagine this happened, like this is happening a little bit after I went back to camp.
So
so
make a perception check with advantage. Actually, no. With your passive, you 100% hear it. It's piercing.
Okay.
What about my passive?
My
passive is
no,
higher
because
than
he's
his
got the
passive.
really, really strong.
But my
Yours.
passive is higher than his passive.
Okay, so, probably not a ledge, but what about some clear space then?
Yeah. I mean, you could try teleporting past the guards. But, I mean, it'll be the same scenario. You'll be rolling initiative versus these guys.
Please wrong.
I'm just gonna go to, like, I don't know, how near am I to the town square or something?
Oh, well, there is no, like, town square. The nearest, like, center point of the camp you could think of is the Shadow Pyre.
How close am I to that?
45 feet. Not too far.
Okay, because here's what I want to do. I want to teleport to there, and like, alright, listen, I'm gonna have fun with this. So, when in the first episode of Naruto Shippuden, Where he's
Yeah,
like, you know,
he gets
Naruto.
him high, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Come on, you gotta let me. Come on, dude.
All right, this will be a skill challenge, I'll say.
Okay.
And to supplement that, I have a neat little tool. So I hope you guys can see this, but I have a new skill challenge like success and failure tracker. So I don't think you guys can edit it, but the green is your successes, and the red is your failures.
Alex, as soon as I clicked on that top left green, it turned to green, and I was like, "Oh, I can add." And then I realized it was because you clicked at it at the same exact time.
Yeah, no, that's me. Yeah, but so here we have this neat little tool now.
Give me a sec. I need to get something to throw.
What?
All right.
When I hear this noise,
Yeah. So what are you two doing?
can I cast pass? Do I see Sonder?
You see some. You guys are right by each other.
Can I cast pass around a trace
Uh huh.
and then fly up above the trees towards the?
You should fly like really high so you're not spotted,
Yeah, I know.
and just like fly over the camp.
Yeah, up above the trees, like high up.
I'd go even
over
higher than
camp.
that. 'Cause that's just someone
No, I
like
know.
looking up.
Yeah, no, I'm
you.
saying I'm gonna keep flying upward so that I can see over the camp. Can I roll perception to see if I see what that noise was about?
Yeah, Sonder, what are you doing?
I.
The two of you hear it. The Athedonian guards sort of get at the ready. Like, they seem to start getting in defensive positions. Not like, they're not going to help. They're here to protect themselves
Okay.
and you guys.
I
I will say, you guys also do
Yeah,
know, because there were the two guards that followed Ralrut in, going invisible.
Alright, I'm back.
So, yeah, I will say, Ralrut, also keep in mind, there were the two Athedonian guards
Yeah.
who went in invisible with you.
Okay.
So you don't know where they are, but they're somewhere around here.
Okay.
well,
Okay.
I can't see.
upon
anything.
hearing the whistle, I kind of dash from camp onto the top of the hillside. Do I see the hunters now retreating and running towards the camp?
At this point, they would have. By the time you got up and got to the top of the hill, you don't see them anymore.
Okay. And then Ethel flies off. Well,
you should.
I yell at Ethel to.
I cast pass wait. Figure out-
I kind of whisper yell at Ethel as she's going. Hopefully she hears it because she's got really high passive perception. To report back what she sees, and I'll stick it in.
You're a werewolf right now.
Oh fuck! I forgot. Fuck. Okay.
I'll
Yep.
cast.
So,
Right.
Ralrut, for the first check of this skill challenge, make an initiative check, Ralrut.
Alright, cool.
I go ahead and start sprinting towards camp, and then when I get closer, I try and hide.
Hey Oliver.
12.
Hey Alex, is Oliver still within 10 feet of me? Or
Fuck no, you flew super high into the
30
sky.
feet of me, I mean.
No, if you flew as high as you said you did,
That
you're
is
fine.
not. Yeah, okay. I was just curious because I was double checking.
Wait, what's your
whether or not
initiative?
You had the plus 10
12.
Today?
I'll roll here if you get higher. Oh yeah, you did. So you managed to act first, so that's very important. That's one success right off the bat. What are you doing next?
Alright, I'm gonna try to put my echo behind the guards and then just book it for the to the obelisk.
All right. So your echo gets placed, and you teleport. You're now behind them. Make an I'll say make a perception check to find like a good spot to place the echo, and then sort of run past them.
I mean, I could place the echo 15 feet in front and then move it 30 feet and then teleport.
Well, yeah, but you're trying to do this quick. That's the problem, because they're coming down on you.
18.
18. Another success. You're gonna have your Shippuden moment.
Go.
All right. So,
I'm gonna set up dinner real quick, Alex. So I'll just I just messaged you what I was gonna do. And then
Alright.
when I get back, we can figure out what.
What's it?
all right. So Sonder goes to do that.
I have chalky ice cream.
Ethel, roll perception.
Uh-huh.
Ralrut, teleport.
Shit! Natural 1. Plus 13.
You can't see from up here.
Can I fly closer?
It's too cloudy.
flying.
So yeah, you start making your way closer. Ralrut. and to teleport past them, and are now just like running over to the shadow pyre. And you just jump over to it, and a bunch of the like Herd of Shadow Echo Knights, you see immediately just a bunch of echoes start appearing, and you're just getting chased, and there's just a bunch of attacks like shooting out towards you.
Okay, and also I'm smiling while doing this too, just so
Yeah.
I'm actually having fun.
So what are you doing now? Like, what else are you gonna do to help yourself get to there?
I'll try to put up my hood and I don't know. Well, no, actually, I'm already being pursued. There's no fucking point.
Yeah, the hiding does not work.
Oh, I could do this. Okay, hold up. I'm going to.
Pull out your gun.
No, we sold the gun. Remember?
I know. I'm sad.
I'm sad too.
Why did he sell the gun?
How can you get rid of my gun?
Hey, you sold it.
I know. All right, okay. How about this? I'm gonna like pull out the ram rocket and just like be like, "Hey, look at this," and like pretend I'm gonna ignite it or something. Actually, no. I'm just gonna pull it out and throw it to try to like be like, "Oh shit," and then just keep on running.
Terrorism moment. make an intimidation check.
Oh. Let's go, 28. Whoop, whoop.
But you pull out the ram rocket and immediately get your tinderbox. You go to light it, but then right before the fuse actually touches the fire, you just cover the fire with your thumb to put it out and like pull it back. Are you like actually throwing it at them? It's not lit.
No, it's not that, but like, yeah, sure. I'll like pretend like I'm gonna throw it to them.
Yeah, and you just throw it at them, and immediately you hear a bunch of the people yell, like shout over to their family, "Get down! There's a bomb!" And you get over to the front of the shadow pyre, and I will say, since you got no failures, you get a decent bit of time in front of the shadow pyre. What are you doing?
I'm gonna look for like a place I could probably support my weight and like, you know, step up on there. And, you know, extend my arms to my head. We're like, Ralrut is back, bitches.
You shout that out.
Or actually, no. I'd be like, Herd of Shadows, I have returned. Ralrut is back.
Woo!
I'm back.
And you sort of
just have my the little cape of shadows just start like, you know, surrounding me, you know.
Blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
You see, there's actually there are posts every once in a while in the camp that do hold lanterns, and there's a few by the shadow pyre, sort of just surrounding it, and you jump up and start climbing up one, just like one arm, like throwing yourself up, and you get to the top of it, and make an acrobatics check. You're trying to like stand on top of this little pole now.
Why did we fail this one?
Do I see him?
15 plus 17.
You hold yourself up for a glorious moment. Your hands are up and back, and you just shout out. What are you shouting?
I'm back, bitches! I'm back!
And you get
I'm
up.
officially back now.
Alright. Yeah, so Ralrut, you get up and you just start shouting towards the whole herd. And once you've had your little moment, the adrenaline is spiking. You immediately just see, you hear your father just yelling, "Stop, stop, 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 stop!" As a bunch of the guards are getting ready to like chuck javelins at you and shit. It's just immediately your father's like doing another whistle that you know means like ceasefire, essentially. And
Before he does that, I'm gonna like do a superhero landing onto the ground, like, you know.
you jump up, make another acrobatics check.
I'm having way too much fun with this shit.
It's like a nat 1, breaks his legs.
Just breaks his ankle, falls into the shadow pyre, dead.
11.
You go down, boom, you just land in the superhero landing pose and just stand up in front of everybody. And immediately everyone, a handful of the guards still have like their weapons up and stuff, and they're looking at you like, who the hell are you?
What is a superhero pose?
It's like the
With
one
the
knee,
knee.
Landing with
fist
your-
down.
I
Yeah,
was trying
knee,
to do this
fist on the
because my
ground.
arm went back and I was looking at myself and I'm like, I look like a turkey.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And you see immediately your father pushes his way to the front of the crowd.
There we go.
And everyone's sort of just looking at you like, almost, they don't recognize you necessarily, but they see you're one of them for sure. And your father just goes up to you and says, Ralrut, what the? How are you back? Where did you? And she just goes up and like gives you a big hug.
I'm just gonna give him like a pat, but you know, like the adrenaline's still running, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, it gives you a quick one and then holds you back and is like holding your shoulders and says, "What the hell was that?"
What do you mean?
I mean, just like he just goes down and scoops up like a fistful of snow and just smacks it in your face, and just says, "We could have killed you." And it's at the time you notice the fork is still in your like collar.
Forgot about the fork.
And he looks at you and is immediately just like, God damn it, Ralrut. He puts one hand on your shoulder, another grabs a fork, and he just tears it out.
I feel a
You
little
like
blood
it?
coming out.
There's a decent bit of blood coming down. And he looks at you and just says, what's the occasion? Where did you... It's great to see that you're alive, but why now?
Well, first, I was feeling a little homesick. And then second's also business, but that can wait for later. Till we catch up.
And immediately he's just talking to you. And the rest of the crowd is sort of calming down.
Can I pick
Now
up my
that
ram rocket?
Now that they're seeing... it looks like one of the guards picked it up after they noticed it was a dud. You're not sure who has it. But your father immediately turns around and just says, "Alright, give me a second." He like turns around and he just says, "Everyone, my son, Ralrut Zarkner, has returned." And immediately, a bunch of the herd is like, it's first shock and surprise, but then a bunch of cheering. And everyone just seems excited as your father just goes over, like grabs your hand and like lifts it into the air. And there's just...
Can it be the one with his gauntlet on?
And that's the thing, he looks down, he notices it, and he looks up at you and sort of just gives you a tender look. And you notice, like, his Shadow Priest armor, he never replaced that gauntlet. As he just raises your arm into the air. He says, "It's good to have you back, son. It's been far too long."
It has. It really has. Yeah. Feast time.
So now everyone's just shouting, and he says, "You know, it'll take a little bit to push back some meetings and everything, but we will feast." And he shouts it out to everybody. He says, "The hunters should have been out gathering food. Now seems a better time than any." And just everyone just everyone's just keeping up the hype. And your father immediately just like starts pulling you over and is just asking like, "So what's happening? Like what's the business?"
Let me bring my friends first. They did me the favor of helping me out, track you guys down. So it's appropriate for them to also participate in the festivities. Don't you think? If it's okay with you guys.
Just immediately says, "You've got friends?"
Oh wow! Oh
Damn.
wow!
Damn.
And then he just like he sees you take it that way, and he's like, "That's not what I meant. I'm sure you're Anyway, where are they?
On the
And
outskirts of town, about a mile.
And immediately you see from next to you, the two Athedonian guards, like, let go of their capes and just sort of throw them down as they just reappear next to you. Immediately, your father goes, he almost immediately, like, instinctually goes for the throat and, like, gets to one, but they hold your father's arm. They're not as strong as him. He still managed to get the hand around the throat, but with you saying that, let's go. And looks at you, Ralrut, and is immediately just, no more surprises. The next one dies.
Okay. I'll be careful next time. I'm gonna go on my shadow avatar state and try to go back to camp, and then like hand signal them to come in.
Yeah, and Sonder, by the time you get back, Sonder and Ethel, by the time you're like close enough to see the camp, you see Ralrut talking with his father. Everyone's super excited, and you see the two Athedonian guards, seemingly also standing there. Eliza, also standing there, all just like celebrating, I suppose. As you see, Ralrut goes into his like Echo Avatar state as the Echo Avatar starts going off into the woods, and is just like, waving you guys to come over.
I'm flying.
He saw me? My 27 roll in stealth?
Yeah, they didn't see me. I got +10 to stealth.
He doesn't go to you directly, but you see it walk past you.
Oh, okay.
To where the camp was. And Ralrut, by the time your avatar gets over there, you see Ethel's not there, Sonder's not there. It's just a handful of the guard. It's actually, with Sonder, with Ethel having flown up and Sonder having, snuck ahead, Sonder, you would have gone ahead and they would have all also disappeared and ran up with you. So by the time you get to where the camp was set up, Ralrut, nobody's there.
I'm gonna look around and try to like just look around the perimeter.
We all left you.
Make a perception check. But yeah, you guys see.
Did I hear any of the announcements from where I was in the camp? So I heard that they're celebrating. I heard that they needed food to celebrate, all that.
Yeah.
I backtrack and see if the hunters dropped the deer that they hunted earlier before they ran off.
Yeah, I mean, you go back and you look. You see, they did. They just threw the deer down and ran back to camp.
There were two, right?
Yeah.
I grab both of them and make my way towards.
Connor's about to make buddy with his new boyfriend's family.
Yeah, that's fine. And then I start walking. Do I go after your avatar, or do I go toward just?
It's up to you, man. I can't say anything.
Yeah,
well, I head back to the camp where I saw the avatar go, and then upon hopefully interacting with the avatar, like I have the two deers and I show them, and then I kind of sign back like, "Can I go?"
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna sign back. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, and then I start heading back towards the camp, and then I hesitate a little bit before, and then transform back into a human. And then
you make your way into the camp, and immediately, like, all of the Athedonian guards reveal themselves behind you, and Ralrut, your father immediately says, you said you brought some friends, not a whole group of fighters.
Those were the conditions for me leaving pretty much prison. Or to be escorted.
He says, are you being held captive?
Yeah, but you know what? Let's not make a big deal out of it. Let's chill. Point is, I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it all to you. I'm just gonna like try to start everything. Or actually, no. I'll be like, you know what? It's a very long story. And unless you want to talk about it right now, or want to talk about it with my mother, I could explain to you guys my adventures and everything.
Says, I think I'd like to hear about it as soon as possible.
sure you don't want Mother to hear?
Oh, well, we'll go back to the camp.
Okay.
Well, see, immediately, your father starts asking about all of your adventures. The rest of the group, you guys are all brought in with all the Athedonian soldiers. And it's weird. They immediately start inviting you guys in. And just start asking, kind of just seeing who you guys are. And it's almost a little awkward, because they kind of keep you around and kind of just seeing, like, what you guys are up to, where do you come from, what's going on. And yeah, you guys begin to, preparations for a celebration begin. And Ralrut, you explain everything to your father, unless there's anything specific you want to say. We can just cut forward to the sort of dinner.
So I'm just we could just fast track from meeting Morvarax to the Bramgrim fight to the war in Khalistan to our sea adventures to our first encounter with Athedon. But then what I really want to stop at is a fight with Mordekash and Telrut's resurrection.
Alright. Here's both of those. And you see, he's immediately like, there's concern.
Yeah.
But he first
I want to explain it to him. Like, you ever see like those like futuristic sci-fi movies where like they have the hologram like kind of like have playing out and stuff like that? Yeah, just do that with the Umber Turkey shadows thing.
Alright.
To give a visual, yeah.
He sort of starts just... the first thing he says is... well, I'm glad you're alright through all of this. And at this point, all of you guys you're around a big dinner table. They take their... despite the weather... See, they take tables outside, and like set up candles and everything, like just a long table. Just going from, it's almost like the tent, the main, like Shadow Priest tent is here, and the Shadow Pyre is here, and then the table's just a long line stretching out through the rest of the like rectangularly shaped encampment. It's pretty big. There's a lot of tents going around. Like, not the most massive civilization, but it's a pretty sizable like nomadic group. And the table just goes down very far as everyone just begins eating. And your father, like, hearing all this, says, "Well, I'm glad you're all right through this. It's good to see."
Natural. A survivor. That's what I do.
It's what we all do. It's good to see you found some sense of purpose.
Well,
in your
see, that's
time.
one of the reasons I wanted to come here, Father. I want to complete the coming of age. I want to complete the trial. You see, before Telrut was resurrected, he gave me a surname, Everbearer. I want to see if that still holds true. Because if I'm quite honest, I'm afraid of what Telrut has become. And what will become of my friends and their tethers. He's different. See, I don't know if everyone could do this. I'm going to try to pull up my grandma. And then, like, explain, I used to be able to do that with Telrut.
So you pull out your grandmother.
Yeah.
And immediately, your father just looks super pleased seeing like how strong you are. And he sees, and he like bows his head and sort of greets her. And looks to you and just says, "That's very concerning, you see. He came back?"
Yes. And if I'm being honest, when he was training, you could say, he was kind of igniting. His fists were igniting. He took pleasure in hurting, even though he obviously did not like hurting me, but it's like kind of did, almost against his will, but not really, out of character. And then I'm gonna explain like the debuff situation, like if he were to get hit, I'd get hit as well, and all that shit. So, and I've determined it's a curse too, but no low level remove curse thing could remove it.
And he says, well, it's very concerning, but for now, while we figure this out, we must first revel. Enjoy you now that you are back. You see, he sits back and he says, and as for your test of might, I think I've got a good idea. Now, we obviously won't have you out hunting a deer or some bear by yourself like the children do.
Oh, wait, hey, bro, what?
He says, you're a man now. Your test will be something more serious.
Shit.
What'd you say? What are you saying, Oliver? I just saw you moving your mouth. I didn't hear you say anything.
No, I didn't want to say it out loud in the moment. It said suck my dick.
Suck my
veiny
member.
You need to earn it.
You need to earn that honorific, yeah.
What the fuck is on your screen? What is on your screen?
Don't worry about what's on my screen.
This is a giant picture of Ralrut's dad's cock.
Just so I can describe it, I need a reference image.
Oh yeah.
I got commissioned for this.
The guy was like, please don't make me draw it.
Don't make me draw this, please.
And Alex was like, draw it.
Now.
So, point.
You see, he just continues eating after mentioning that. And you see, he's sort of like reflecting.
Either way, I want to talk to like the other guards and explain them like my adventures. You know, kind of flex.
Yeah, and he says,
what I've done.
I hope there's somebody who's done more than
we'll
that.
introduce you to everybody.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, first, you see, he like does a certain whistle, and immediately a handful of people sort of line up. You see, he says, well, before you begin your honorific, before you do your test of might, I must introduce you to some people. And see, stepping up, I'd like to get this art up as a reference, but I can't find it. Give me a second. There it is. Okay. So you see, immediately, the first person, he walks up. He says, "Well, Ralrut, I thought it'd be well you meet some of the members of our teams of Echo Knights." He says, "First, I will introduce you to the glorious Larhak Thulavone." And you see, she sort of steps up, and it is a very large female Goliath. Just about your size, very beefy, and is wearing just heavy jackets and leathers, and just sort of looks to you, and she like goes in for a strong handshake, and Ralrut and your father says, she is also your cousin, actually.
She's your fiance. Have fun.
She's like, we're assigning you a wife. No. He says, she's actually your first cousin from your mother.
Oh.
And Larhak just looks down to you and sort of says, It is very nice to meet you, Ralrut. And just sort of gives you a good handshake.
Pleasure's all mine.
Why would you say that like that?
The Herd of Shadows is very close. He looks at you, or she looks at you, and sort of just says, you know, we have met once or twice back when we were younger, but, you know, it has been a while.
It has.
Next, you see a very large Goliath male. And you're noticing these people look pretty young. Maybe mid-20s.
So the youngest, baby.
Yeah, and this guy steps up to you. Completely dark steel armor. With like a red cloak. And sort of similar like red cloth going down from around the waist and belt. And you see the sort of shadows emanating around them almost have like a red hue to them. They're not the standard black. And your father introduces them. This is Aulath Crimson Shadow Delta. He is the leader of Strike Team B. And you think back and you remember when you were younger, you knew this guy. He was one of your old friends.
Allah, you said?
I'll put it in chat. So the first person's name was this. Here, I'll send these names as I say them. Just because it may be a little important for you to write them down.
Yep.
This was the first girl. She was leader of Strike Team A. This is leader of Strike Team B, Aulath.
Oh, you sent it in the forge, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you see, he recognizes you, and he just says, "Well, Ralrut, it has been a minute. How are you doing?"
Well, god damn it, with File B, I'm surprised you're still alive. Haven't killed yourself yet, huh?
Fuck you,
It sounds like he's
Ralrut.
depressed. It sounds like he's no, I didn't mean it like that.
And he just says, "Fuck you, Ralrut," and he gives you like a shoulder pat, and he says, "You know, it's been a while since you have last been with us. I'm interested to see what you can do."
Wait a second. Hold up. Hold on a little bit.
What? What?
No, nothing. I was like, oh, okay. Alright.
He says, "I'll be very interested to see you during your test of might." And see, he says, last, we have Zauman Umbral Ogolathai. He is our leader of Stealth Team A. Unfortunately, and you see this guy, you also recognize, is like another distant cousin. Like you're getting the sense that after the attack on the herd, like the leadership kind of got torn apart, and now like these fresh faces are coming in to sort of fill in the roles. And your father sort of introduces them, and you recognize them. They're like your second cousin. Like you're noticing a lot of your family is up in the ranks. Well, your father's just sort of introducing you to everybody. Everyone's super excited to have you around. And as like the meal is going well, Sonder and Ethel, you guys are fed a lot of meat. And it is primarily like mountain animals you're being fed.
Ethel's signal like, carrots?
Carrots?
Lettuce, peas?
They have a few.
I have your good berry still, and I kind of toss it back to you.
I'm like, bro, I'm so full. Wow, good berry. Oh my god.
You
guys don't have. I ate before I came here, and oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you see they've got milk, water, some juices.
They have juice.
I'm gonna whisper to Ethel. it's kind of rude to do that. They kind of take it as a sign of disrespect.
I'm eating. Don't you see? And it's going into my compost pouch.
Eat the rabbit,
You see-
Ethel.
You see,
Not the bunny. Not the bunny.
Yeah.
I kind of whisper back to Ralrut, and I'm like, do you think they'd be okay with, furry guy?
Let me ask. I'm gonna be like, hey Dad, is it okay if my friend here changes into his werewolf form so he can eat more?
He just immediately goes. He's a lichen.
Yes?
And I'm a butterfly.
And he smacks the table. Just a bunch of like plates and utensils fly up, and he says, "Well, hell, let's see it."
And
I
I
raise my
transform, and then I grab Eliza. I put my hand on Eliza's plate and just push all of the stuff onto my plate, and just start fucking going ham at all the meat and stuff.
You just start tearing it apart, and immediately everyone's like, "Hey!" And you see, they've got some casks of ale and shit, and they're just super
yeah.
excited about it.
Ethel raises her hand and she's like, Mr. Z, sir, Ralrut's dad, sir, Mr. Yes, I can turn into a butterfly. I'm a butterfly like bro. Can I turn into my butterfly, please, sir?
Yeah, you turn into a butterfly, and they just see you disappear. They're like, "Oh," and you fly up, and you're like a little
I'm
mountain.
chilling so that I don't have to eat.
Yeah, you're like a little mountain.
It's a butterfly, but it still has the head of Ethel.
Hanging there.
And they're just like, "Oh." They're just like, some of the kids are like seeing you guys do this. Some are terrified of you, Sonder. Some think it's awesome. Ethel, a lot
I
of
use
people
Grim
look at you.
Visage when I transform and make them all scared of me. It causes chaos.
They think it's cool. They're looking at this and
yeah.
he's like, "This is
You know,
awesome."
this is the first time Sonder has transformed and has not been bad.
Oh, Oliver, or Sonder drinks it, gets, like, they get him fucking wasted on ale and he starts ripping their fucking hands off. He's an angry drunk. He's an angry drunk.
PTSD, just like.
Ripping their fucking skulls open.
Yeah, but everyone's just celebrating, and towards the end of the dinner, your father stands up and just sort of starts thanking the herd, saying that, and he starts bringing up the attack. And he mentions how, despite how hard the herd was hit, that you guys have never and will never back down from your mission to not only spite, but weaken, and then maybe even one day kill the overlord known as Bel Shalor. And everyone just starts just getting super excited at that. And he finally just ends with, "And with the return of my son, Ralrut Zarkner, we have a bit of an interesting occasion."
Hey, what are the Athedonians doing, by the way? Sorry to cut you off, but like,
They're at the table, like, they're being just very respectful and quiet. They're just there to watch you guys. They're not making a scene. They're not asking any questions. Like, every once in a while they would mention to you, Ralrut, like, we have some diplomatic shit to do here. But unless you're like unless you do anything about it, they're just there mostly to watch you guys.
yeah. Okay.
And so your father continues. And we have a bit of an interesting situation. You see, when our herd was attacked, almost a decade ago, my son was in the middle of his test of might, but was never able to return back home and earn his honorific. Well, he's back. But I think it's fair to say the challenge must be made a little tougher. You see a handful of people are just like chuckling and like intrigued by the idea. He says,
Gotta suck all the dicks.
"Men of the tribe, line up now."
Hey, yo. Alright, roll a dexterity test.
45 men just like stand up.
Goliath. Just,
Ralrut has to deep throat all of them without choking.
No gag reflex.
try not to gag
Depends on his
challenge.
uvula first.
Impossible. And he says, so Ralrut, do you, as a member of the Herd of Shadows, and you see he starts entering
any
like
bitches?
the typical test of might speech, but he has to sort of like change it up because of the weird circumstances.
Okay.
Do you, Ralrut Zarkner, a member of the Herd of Shadows, and I suppose already Echo Knight, swear to take this test of might with honor and using your own skill to prove yourself as a valuable member of our herd?
Aye aye.
And just everyone else slams the table and just repeats, aye aye. And he looks down at you. For your test of might, Ralrut. A personal endeavor. And you see he sort of gets a little more somber and puts down his glass. As you see everybody else in the herd starts doing the same. You see at this point, most of what you can hear is just the snow, the animals, and the crackling of the shadow pyre. As he
Dude,
just
put on the ambience. Holy shit! Come on, put it on, Alex.
Which one? Which one?
The snow, dude. Come on, the good stuff. Put on the good
snow
stuff.
one. Okay, let me. You know the bots. They make noise coming in and out. Goddamn, Juan, you're gonna bust my balls. Fine.
For this trial, you must perform your own circumcision.
With this slightly sharp rock.
Fucking thing on the tip of his dick.
Ah!
And then he's like pulling his foreskin really far and just like trying to get it. One
That
fell
might
swoop.
or not might have rust on it. Oh, no.
You must.
You land like a glancing blow and you only like cut half of your foreskin out pulling really hard and you're just like
Yeah.
Tears. Just tears.
all 45 men are still lined up staring at you.
When is it our turn?
But you see your father just looks down to you over and says, for your mission, something more personal. Ralrut, from what you've explained to me today about your journey after being separated from the herd. Eliza, get your fucking feet out of the camera.
I don't see my feet in my camera. Is it in your?
Yeah.
And you got your toes in
Get
the
your fucking-
camera.
My screen is smaller on my iPad. I thought I was safe.
Toes.
Ah.
Jesus. But you see, he says, from what you've told us about your journey after your departure from the Herd of Shadows, you were captured, correct?
Yeah, I guess so.
Held captive.
I'm gonna nervously look at the Athedonians.
Held captive by a group here within the Muir Holds.
Oh, different group then.
And he says, well, Ralrut, it just so happens that we have learned from some of our stealth parties that this group is having a bit of a meeting in the coming days. A sort of anniversary celebration. Not too dissimilar to our own. At this point, you see a lot of the people in the herd are just sort of confused, not sure what he's talking about. He says, this group, the Iron Bands, a group of slavers, all the way from Dargoon, have come to our home to make money from people. And immediately the herd starts getting like a little angry. And Ralrut, you never knew the name, but it clicks. 100%. And he says,
I'm a tightly like clench my fists and then also, start getting a little angry thinking about that stuff.
and he just says, so Ralrut, for your test of might, you are to go to this meeting with the aid of your new companions and strike at the heart of the Iron Bands. Break their will, break their ranks, break their leadership, and bring them back to us to be judged. And he looks down to you. He says, this, Ralrut, will be a test of your strength, of your resolve, and of your self-control. You are to bring back the 3 lieutenants of the Iron Bands and their leader alive to be judged before the herd of shadows. And immediately there's just a bit of like everyone in the herd is sort of like rallying behind the idea and sort of interested, and people are kind of starting to hype you up, Ralrut.
All right, I'm gonna stand up from my chair,
And
like
he
2
looks-
hands on the table.
And he looks to you, Ralrut, and he says, do you accept this challenge to earn your place in the herd?
Stand up, look down, look straight at him, like aye. Boom, fucking just smash a table.
Immediately, there's just a bunch of fists pounding on the table, and just
My big ant oil.
yeah, your big is just boom, just slamming down on it. Butterfly Ethel is just trying to dodge all the fists flying around.
I get smashed, I get squashed, and I turn back.
Yeah,
into me.
Ethel, one of the Goliaths just clobbers Ethel and just smashes her into the table. As you see, she just fully morphs back into a person on the table, just knocking shit off. And you just get another few Goliaths like land punches on you, just like doing the slams down. And you're just like, oh fuck. As they just
I kind of like pick her up by the nape of the neck like I'm picking up a cat.
I'm like, ow.
Let's force feed her meat. Let's go. Yeah.
You shout that, and everyone's hype goes a little down. They're like, "What?" Like, that's a little.
Oh wait, hold on. How do I explain this? How do I explain this? Bro, how am I like the deep, bro? Ralrut. Who's Ralrut?
The
I don't even know how I
incident.
created
The
Ralrut.
prostitute incident. The prostitute incident.
Shut up. It's good.
Yeah,
She
bro.
doesn't. She's never had meat before. She never wants to try it. Let's have her try it. Come on.
I cast Druidcraft and made.
Roll a persuasion check.
To counter that, I'm at the same time of him yelling that, I cast Druidcraft and make a giant like burst of flowers rain from the sky, mixed with the snow.
You roll persuasion as well.
Just so you know, I have a better D20 than you.
Actually, no.
What's
I guess it's a 19 now.
19.
Wait, give me a second.
But it's a nat 20. But I have a minus.
I help Eliza, and because I
What?
don't want to force feed someone meat. That's fucking sadistic.
Yeah,
What?
Plus, that's less meat for me.
Add a d4.
Plus D4?
Yes.
How come?
Advantage is different. We're doing the
Oh.
conditioned, I think.
Wait.
I think explaining it yesterday.
Sonder has
Plus 2, so 20.
20?
Proficiency.
Total?
Yes, I have
Yeah.
proficiency in whatchamacallit, in
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Yeah. So you shout that, Ralrut, and the hype dies down again. But one guy gets up and is like, "Yeah, let's go!" And immediately your father stands up and is like, "Marath, we're talking later." Ralrut, what the hell? And everyone else is just
No.
like, what is wrong with
See?
you?
This is what happens. We make fun of my character. This is what happens. We make
God damn it,
fun of-
Sonder! What the hell? You know what? Wait. What? Okay. Can I take back? Can I use
Well, no,
Echo's
it's
assistant?
just Juan,
Damn it.
your natural 20 can't just completely change the minds of everybody. These people aren't
Damn.
fucking sociopaths.
Damn. Fine. You're no fun, Sonder.
Sonder barely even had to help. Everyone else just thought you're crazy. And
I
so, your dad is just
Sorry,
like,
Mom.
Ralrut, seriously, what is up with... Are you okay?
This is the real character arc here. The real.
Yeah, you know what? I have my moments. My bad.
might be.
Better be sorry.
And he
I have to turn
just sort of
into
says
Ethel
to you, like, the rest of the night finishes, and he begins to go over with you. He says, well, they're going to have a bit of a... Your challenge is to find the Iron Bands, strike them on the day of their celebration, and bring back their leaders alive. You're allowed to take your friends, but only the 2.
I was just gonna sign a loan for at Ralrut, but you answered my question before I could ask.
So,
Your dad's in my head.
you guys are given the night, and tomorrow morning, you are to be banished from the tribe and from the herd until you come back with the leaders.
We're gonna be banished.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna talk to the Athedonian agent. Be like,
In the
hey,
meantime, the Athedonians are like, we're not leaving you alone. Like, you need to do this diplomatic shit. Like, you need to help us make this connection.
all right, fine. Just don't intervene then. How about that?
How about that?
And they just say, look, give us an in with him.
This is your end.
This
well,
is
here.
the end.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh fuck! All right, I actually need.
Yeah, you guys
okay,
can help
Sonder,
if you'd like.
Sonder, can you do the roll? I have a -1, dude. I'm dude.
I'll try and convince them saying that. Is that fine?
What are you gonna say?
I mean,
We have to understand that this is the end. You can't just like how in Athedon, you guys do things your own way. This is how they do things in their clan, from my understanding. There's an order to things, and you can't just shoot ahead.
okay, hold up. I'll try to help him out. See if this works. And be like, listen.
What?
This is the end though.
Roll
'cause-
persuasion with a incremented condition die.
Ow.
D4, correct?
Yep.
That was not good. Holy fucking shit. That was a 8.
And 8.
God damn, rolled real bad.
Yeah, I did. I got a 3 and a 1, and then I got the +4 from my whatchamacallit.
And they
No
say,
wonder.
look, we can leave you guys alone. Well, we're not supposed to, but we'll leave you alone. Just give us something to talk with them while you're
Okay.
gone.
Fine.
Introduce us, Ralrut.
Fine. I'm gonna request a present with my dad.
Yeah, you have it.
Okay, I'll be like, all right.
One?
Mm-hmm.
You might be thinking. I'm gonna check on the soup real quick.
Juan, you there?
Juan? I don't know why my brain was like, you're louder. Did not make sense. Rip Juan.
My computer froze.
Mm.
Oh.
Whatever. I'm on my phone. Okay, it's whatever. I'll be like, all right. All right. So, Dad, I believe you are one of my. I already told you that one of the reasons I am here was on a pseudo. What's it called? Pseudo. What's it called? Forgot. Diplomatic. I'm on a pseudo diplomatic mission to establish a connection between the Athedonians and the Herd of Shadows. I believe you guys are already acquainted before, right?
We're tangentially aware of each other, yes.
Yes. either way, as you're aware with Telrut and Belshalor, the Silver Flame, where these guys follow, pretty much the same thing. They want to destroy the Lords of Dust, and specifically Belshalor. And they've already been profoundly affected by it. And they believe that it's a job too big for themselves. Believe together you guys could, well, more effectively combat the Lord of Dust. These are the Athedonians, bodyguards we were assigned, or babysitters, depending on who you are.
And he just says, "Are these not the people who you said captured you?"
No, those were different guys.
Roll a deception.
These are. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. I thought you meant like the Athedonian, the very same bodyguards we have.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay, no. Okay, no. Wait,
And he says,
hold.
Oh yeah, so we'll go back. He says, aren't the Athedonians those who captured you?
Yes, but it really wasn't them actively seeking me out. It was more of me being on their property and also kind of scarring the prince. And yeah, very bad circumstances. And they treated me nicely, but it's just, these are the terms. And I also made a promise to a friend that I'd come back for him, so I'm willing
He
to
just
put
says,
promise.
well, you did say you did come in here pretty crazily, so I wouldn't be surprised you do the same in some other place.
Yeah.
And he just says,
Awkward laugh.
all right, I'll give you all an audience. And he says, well, you best go back to your group and prepare.
All right.
So, what are you doing? So
So-
you guys are given the night. You're not sure how, but you have to somehow track these people down, or even you have to track these people down and somehow find where their main camp is.
Don't they already have the intel of where they are? Aren't they just going to give us directions?
No. The
No.
challenge is for you to figure it out on your own. They have the information. If you fail, they'll send a group. They'll probably send a group to destroy it themselves. But then
Am I with Ralrut?
you'll have failed your challenge. And
I get.
And so, Ralrut, I'll say, roll a history check. Just see what you remember about the Iron Bands.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
Okay.
I told Joe we're trying to go on a walk with him at 6:30.
Yeah, we'll be done pretty soon. That's
Okay, I
fine.
was just letting you know.
God damn it. What's my history? Because I rolled a 14.
I'll just look at it. So 14. Here, let me check this. All right. So yeah, you remember from the Iron Bands.
You got 16 total. He's got +2 to history.
All right, yeah. So you remember the Iron Bands? They're a group of slavers, primarily like goblinoids, set up in the Muir Holds. Their main business, they usually import slaves into the Muir Holds from Dargoon.
Okay.
And they sort of sell them off to any kind of illegal mining operations in the Iron Root Mountains. So you guys are actually, based on where they have their main base set up, you're probably on the wrong mountain range.
Further north or just literally across?
They're on the other mountain range.
Have we traveled there before?
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah.
So
I
you
thought we
guys-
teleported.
Yeah,
Have
you guys know of
traveled
the
there
tree.
before?
Yeah.
I know the tree?
You were with them.
Is that the old tree?
Mm.
Oh.
The
You also
condition. Can I bring our weapons and packs and everything?
Yeah.
Or?
You have to
Okay.
take on this. They're they're being pretty lenient on your preparation and shit, because you have to just take out this place. and bring back the leaders alive.
Okay.
And so they tend to operate by if they have a lot of scouts throughout the mountains, and so if they ever see a group of people traveling that seem weak or like very isolated, they'll stalk them for a bit and then strike them.
Okay.
And capture them. So and you've heard of like their little like anniversary celebrations. You can assume pretty well that they're probably gonna have a lot of scouts out around now to just get a big influx of captured people to try selling off on the big day.
Okay. All right. Okay, so this is what I think, guys. I think we obviously stealth, and at the same time, we should probably keep a lookout for weak-looking small group people, or if we get lucky and find ourselves a scout, we get the information out of him, kill him, and then leave no witnesses. And we keep on doing that for every scout we find until we find the big boys.
I have a similar plan. Why don't we like rent a cart or something? And 1 second, Eliza just started talking. 1 second, Ethel, I just started talking. And we ourselves act like the weak group. I don't transform. I remain human. Eliza also remains human.
That's my name.
Or even Eliza stays as a butterfly
That's
for as
my
long as she
name.
can,
I'm
and it's
Ethel.
just me. And you'll hide in the cart because there's no way to disguise you. I don't think.
I mean,
Ethel.
I'll
wait,
seem like a lone
pause.
traveler, and maybe they'll try and capture me.
I can cast Pass Without a Trace. We get +10 added onto Dex/stealth rolls.
I mean, yeah, I feel like our stealth one, we're probably. I mean, we could probably like still have you like walk like by yourself, and that'd be like an extra thing. So you'd still be a trap, but we could also still be on the lookout for scouts and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good, right? Sounds like a plan.
I'll be the one. Oh! They can try and get me, and then I'll wild shape into a hornet.
How about it's just better that Sonder is by himself because they do want like lone people because they're easier target.
Oh yeah, I got my big ass wings. I can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you
Very
also know
weapons on.
they would
Oh.
attack groups that are small enough that they see us.
Do we get overnight before
The
we
only
have to go?
problem with Ethel and Ralrut is that Ralrut's like 8 feet tall, and Ethel has a gigantic pair of wings, so she doesn't exactly look.
Yeah, but I know how to fix that. Do we get the overnight before we have to leave? Okay, well I'm gonna ready greater invisibility so I can turn myself invisible or anyone else invisible.
Or here's what I was thinking. Ethel could be the lookout for the scouts.
Yeah, that sounds good. I can turn invisible.
Or you can
and fly.
stay above.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stay above and you look for the scouts.
Yeah, I'll be invisible
Son-
so that they don't see me.
Yeah, well, still, I want you looking for scouts. Sonder would be
Yeah.
a trap, and then I would try to be stealthy and everything.
Okay. And then
I'm gonna ask around the camp and see if they have an extra cart or horse that I can take.
oh, I have greater invisibility. Always for greater. Why do I always forget about this? I thought that I did.
I think it's part of your subclass.
Staff. Yeah, I was looking.
Subclass.
Subclass? Really?
But
I was
you
looking
ask
earlier
around.
for it.
I was gonna use it earlier and I thought that I couldn't find it. It's right there.
They're not. I roll a persuasion check, Sonder.
Oh yeah, I have this
That's
building.
a natural 2 plus 4, so 6.
They're not giving you any of their shit.
Okay.
Who is it? Alex?
Hmm?
Who isn't giving anything?
The herd is not offering you guys some of their own resources to go out and do this.
Well, don't we not? We don't need anything, do we?
No, not really. Hey, well, guess we'll
Oh,
just
I
still
have my
keep it
healing
the plan
staff.
then.
Is my healing staff equipped? I keep thinking that I did it, but then I don't see anything. Hey, Alex. Wait. Staff of healing. Staff of healing. I don't think I see any of my spells from the staff of healing.
Alright,
display.
so what do you guys? Anything else?
Alex.
That should be it. Yeah.
Um,
Alex.
I don't get any tribal markings or anything before I get set on the challenge.
Oh no, they look you over, and I mean you got them. Like they go to set you up with them. You got them. They were just never finished. Like they're just a bunch of unfinished shadow tattoos all over you.
Yeah, let's go. Completed tats. Let's go.
And so I mean that they'll finish up the ritualistic ones once you come back and finish the trial.
I have 2 questions. One, I don't see anything for my staff of healing. I just remembered the name and I forgot it.
Did you attune to it?
I have it equipped.
Click on it.
Okay.
Like the name of the staff of healing.
Dislikes it. Okay. Thank you. Attune?
Yep. That's all it takes. There you
Okay, cool. And then also for my, what was I gonna ask? Oh, sleeping. We're resting right before we go. That is I'm talking about the mechanics for sleeping. I just had a question. What is it when it's just a normal rest? And what do I roll again for my spells to redo them? Like, what do we get back again?
Wait, so what do you think?
Oh, is it in here?
Are you asking?
What I get back from what type of rest would we have on like normal?
This you guys are. It'll be a full rest. You guys will get everything.
Everything back? Oh, because we've been there for a while.
Yeah, because you've just been chilling here the whole day.
Yeah. Okay. So that would be a long rest. Like I mean, from your terms, it's called a long rest. Okay, I was thinking it was something else and I didn't know what it was called. I was gonna look in the book. Okay, I'm all good. I think I'm all good.
All right.
Do they have any stores?
Hmm?
At the place?
No, there are not any stores. Why would there be
No
stores?
traders?
No, they're just an isolated community. So, you guys get your... prepare yourselves. And the next day comes, and immediately, you guys...
Wait, sorry.
Yes?
I still have those 2 rings from a million years ago. Does Eliza have, Identify?
I may.
Is there anyone at the village that can identify magic
That's
items?
more arcane.
Well, I try and see and determine and see if they're unusual.
Yeah,
rings.
make an Arcana check.
Hey, we could do that afterwards. I could ready the spell after we go. Do I have that in general?
Do you have identify?
Or let me check.
No.
No, not at all.
Okay.
I can't ready it.
Can
It's
she,
not a druid
Eliza,
spell.
can you, or Ethel, can you help me try and identify and see if these are magical
I don't
nature?
have identify.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, you want me to do it?
I don't think she's proficient in Arcana.
I'm not either, but I do have a +1.
I spelled that.
Well then, yeah, you can't help someone unless you have proficiency.
Let me double.
Okay, that's fine.
check.
I'll just do a
I
straight
just messed up my
roll.
D&D on. I can.
So, yeah.
That is what the? That's 3 2s in a row. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't have anything in it.
3.
You don't sense any magic in it.
Rings.
It
They're
doesn't.
rings.
It doesn't feel magical.
They're made out of metal. And
I mean, yeah, they
Circles.
look like, from what you can tell, they're just rings signifying that these people are part of a certain group. Like almost membership rings.
Okay.
where were the rings from again?
When I mugged those 2 people that were stalking you in that one city.
So, you guys,
Oh, what are you Oh, brownie.
you guys teleport, or what? Yeah, what are you guys doing in the morning?
Following Ralrut.
Oh yeah, I mean, let's just get the show on the road then.
Is there a town near the tree that you planted, Eliza? Ethel? Fuck.
The tree that I planted. I didn't plant a tree.
So,
Remember you planted like 7 trees and then there was the other old tree?
Yeah,
Isn't that where we're teleporting?
No,
Oh
it's
well,
not
you guys
where we're
know
going.
here in Corin Peak, or Corona Peak, you guys have a tree there, and then like all along down the mountain range,
We have to make the map. I forgot.
you guys have trees.
Because don't we need like a horse-drawn carriage and a horse in order to pass off this as like a caravan, or are they just somehow going to notice a single guy wandering in the woods?
Can I just create an illusion? Can I create an
You know, they'd pretty much capture anyone they see just out.
Yeah, we're having a random straggler. You're the random straggler.
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
have trees from here,
Is it maps?
like all the way. You have pretty much this bucket U of sort of trees.
Okay.
Well, whatever one's nearest, like I imagine whichever one's nearest a well-trafficked road. I imagine
And
that's what they would be
The one
stopping.
that we're going to is not the one with the old tree,
Okay.
right?
All right, so Ralrut, roll a history check. See what you know about like typical roads here,
Okay.
commonly traveled roads.
Why you're very loud.
Bruh. That one.
Bruh. No.
I mean, you're not sure. There are a bunch of roads all over. I mean, there are not too many roads around the Ironroot Mountains because it is just a fucking mountain range. But you get the sense pretty much, anywhere you can go and seem isolated, these people have scouts like all over the place. It might take a bit,
Matt.
but if you make your presence a little more obvious, they'll see, like they'll end up getting you eventually. You guys know you have 4 days.
So we'll teleport to wherever we teleport, and then it'll just be me wandering alone with you guys trailing behind, potentially sneaking and following me, and then whenever I set up camp for the night, I'll just make a really obvious big fire that's like I'm right here, and like not try to hide any of the smoke or the flames. If anything, camp on a high rise so you can see my fire for pretty far. And make absolutely zero effort to quiet any of my movements. Make an obvious path.
Since you guys didn't roll since Ralrut didn't roll a very good history check, pick anywhere along that line you guys want to teleport. You know it's somewhere in the Ironroot Mountains.
Does
well, let's go to the Ice Needle Forest, obviously.
Wait, what's closest to the? No.
This whole left mountain range is Ironroot Mountains.
Yeah, I know. I was just fucking with you guys.
I
would say we can either just go by near Garuda Gap and move towards Krona Peak, or start at Krona Peak and move towards Garuda Back.
Okay.
Gap.
Which side? Do you know what mountain was it that the old tree was on?
It was on the Hoarfrost Mountains, the one you guys are on right now.
Oh.
Ethel's like, I think we should go to Hoarfrost Mountain.
Why? Didn't you promise to like do something every single day for it?
No, I said I'd come back every once in a while.
Pretty much anywhere within that area you think would be a good place.
I'm voting for starting at Gap and moving north.
Robert, where do you want to go?
Alright, what do you think?
Why don't we stop at the bottom and then make our way up? That way we cover more ground.
Yeah, starting at the Gap, moving north. So
Yeah.
same thing I said.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
just guessing. I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know directions. I was gonna ask a question. Sonder's character.
Mhm.
Oh, Sonder's
Ask
character. Does when he's not in beast-shaped form, does he have anything that makes him look like not a commoner? Like, does he have like any visible?
I have
He
a
does
bunch
not-
of rings on.
He does
and
not
I
have
haven't-
any armor. He looks like just a guy who's trying to like hide his presence. He almost looks like a bandit, kind of.
Okay. I was gonna see if you had weapons, and I was gonna give you my.
No,
I
I
have
mean
no
he's
weapons.
completely. He has no weapons. He's just.
Okay.
No, don't do anything. Wait for him. Wait.
I'm not doing anything.
Okay, good.
I was going to.
I'm ready to teleport. I don't think I have anything really left to do.
I cast Greta and visit. Not yet. Oh, we're
No.
walking through a tree.
So mark off your spell slot. So you guys have 4 days, from what you can tell. So this is the start of the first.
Okay.
And I'll say
Um.
you guys are.
I leave
Damn, there's sunlight, I'm so excited.
Ethel and Ralrut and just start heading northward because I need to get a little bit ahead of them in order for there to be a gap, and then Ethel can follow while she's flying, and I'm repeating this to Ralrut and Ethel, and then Ralrut, you will
I don't think I have a tree
make sure you have your hood up, and then just follow my trail or whatever, and just follow me until so and so. And then every once in a while, Ethel and Ralrut, I guess you guys should convene just to talk and see if, like Ethel, make sure Ralrut doesn't get lost in case he like screws up his survival check and can't track. And
Oh shit.
do you guys think I should transform immediately if I start getting captured, or do you think I should let myself be captured?
I'll give
and
you
drag
guys-
forward?
I'll give you guys a second to plan some stuff. I'm gonna go ask Andrew a question real quick.
Okay. Do you guys think I should transform immediately and apprehend the group or people or person who's trying to
I think you should
apprehend me, or do you think I should let myself get captured and brought to their stronghold?
Let yourself
Yeah,
be
let
captured.
yourself be captured.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. I don't want to get rid of Sunbeam. I want to get rid of Fifth spell. What do I have? Raise Dead? Do I need Raise Dead right now? Oh shit. Oh, it's 10 days. Yeah, I can get rid of that, right? Master Wound. What's Master Wound? Why do I have this still? I don't remember. Oh, well, actually.
All right.
Okay.
So, you guys are down by the Garage Gap,
Huh.
and what's the setup?
I am going to
Are you like
stay...
looking? Are you looking for any kind of road? Are you just travel? Like, what's?
How
Where are
as
you?
As I start, I myself am gonna be looking for a road, and Ethel is going to be flying almost directly above me, not as high as she can go, but a couple hundred feet in the air, so she's not immediately noticeable for the normal person. Ralrut, I believe, is going to be following however many blocks behind. I guess blocks is a good way to describe it, but however many, like a half mile behind, and he's just going to follow my trail because I'm going to be making as obvious of a trail as possible when I'm walking, trying to make it seem like I'm inexperienced while traveling. Does anyone have any rations or good berries or something I could take just in case I don't
Oh, shit,
fucking
you reminded me. Yes, I
start
have
starving?
berries. Give me a second. I'll give you a handful of them. Just give me 2 seconds. I forgot about good berries.
Okay. And I myself will be looking for a main road, traveling northward, and then if I find the main road,
Okay.
you guys kind of, I would imagine, stay in the tree line. At least Ralrut, you stay in the tree line while you follow. I wouldn't directly be on the main road, just following south of me. And then in order to clear up any concerns about food, Ethel, I would just have you drop a good berry from really high up every single day, because I think a good berry expires in 24 hours, just so I have some food, and then I guess I can search for the good berry, and that drops at least once a day.
My good berries restore 1 hit point, just to know.
Okay.
What's the hell? All right, so Ethel and Ralrut roll stealth checks.
Oh, wait.
Sonder, I'll say roll a performance check.
Can I give Echo's assistance?
You would have to be
Is
going.
there-
You would have to
Is
be
there
going
any sort of
towards him and
advantage
help him
for
out.
Ethel because she's so high up? Like she just wouldn't normally be noticed at all.
Oh yeah, the DC for her is much lower.
Okay.
21. I don't know what's plus. What?
The
Eliza gave me.
16 plus
Oh, plus 10 for...
0.
Oh,
so
26 then. 26, sorry.
Plus 10
Straight
for...
16 for me.
Plus 10 for...
Wait, no,
Oh
that's,
yeah,
no,
but they're not close enough to you.
It's 30 feet and I'm invisible, so I can fly around.
no, that's
Yeah,
that's
you're-
30. Sorry.
Oh, are you staying close to Ralrut, or are you staying
I'm
up in the
greater
air?
invisibility, so I could just go wherever.
Okay, so you're staying next to him. You're not staying in
I'm
the
not
air.
next to
Oh.
him, I'm within 30 feet
How
of him.
long does greater invisibility last though?
Oh, let me check.
It does not last very long.
'Cause if it's just like 1 minute, we're gonna be searching for days. There's no way it's gonna
Yeah.
work. I can understand you casting like greater invisibility when I'm getting captured, and you kind of like plummet to the ground. And before you hit the ground, you cast greater invisibility and then land and then follow me
Well, okay,
while
so
invisible.
I'll wait for him to get for us to see somebody. Right, that's loud. For now, I'll have shit. I was just looking at this and I saw it. The one that gives +10. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm sorry what it's called. Alex, what's it called?
Song makes me so nostalgic. Freaking Oblivion music.
Yeah. What are you doing?
The thing that adds the +10. I was just reading it.
Yeah, so pass
forgot
without
what it's
trace.
There we
Right
go.
there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Ralrut, you get a +10 to your thing.
Yeah, so that's 30.
Yeah, so you guys are hidden well. Ralrut, Sonder, give me a D100 check. See what are the chances you actually get spotted.
Wait, me?
Yes.
Who? Alright, D100? Okay.
D100.
That's the one with the double stuff, right?
Yes.
It's got like 00 on it. Okay. 60?
Alright, 60 what?
How do I determine anything higher than 60?
There should be another D10 that's only 1 digit instead of 2. That's your second digit.
Okay, I found it. 63.
And then what was your performance check?
16.
16. Alright, the first day, Sonder, you sort of just travel. And, I mean, you're just walking through the woods.
Do I find the main road?
You do end up finding a main road, and you walk down it for a decent bit of time. But nothing seems to come at you that first day. It's a little boring. How are you guys setting up camp? Are you, like, staying split in 2 groups, or are you reconvening?
I would stay in 2 groups. I'll be separate, and I'll camp right next to the main road and make a big-ass fucking fire that's not concealed at all. Too much wood on it. In fact, I'll put some grass on it in order to make it wet grass in order to make it smoke a little bit more.
Alright. Ralrut and Ethel, are you guys staying together? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
What?
But you're staying separate from him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
How far can my paper pet go? My foldable pet.
I mean,
How far
it's
can
a
it go?
living creature. It can just completely leave.
Okay, just in case I get ambushed in the middle of the night, I'll give it a command saying if I am in any way apprehended for it to fly off and try and find Ethel and Ralrut, and they should be within a half mile south of me, and then
Alright.
just in case they're asleep or something, and then all of a sudden I get captured and they have no idea.
Sounds good. Okay, so you let your little paper pet know, and they fly off. So the first night, are you keeping watch or anything like that over the night? Any of you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I'll take a second watch.
All right, so Ethel, your first watch. Roll perception.
8 + 13. That's math. 25.
25.
8 plus 13? That's 21.
21. Fuck you.
So you look around.
8 +
And-
13.
I mean, you know, it's a little. It's snowy.
Oh, you're right.
A little tired.
And it took you that long.
Nothing much. I mean, there are some animals.
Can I cast?
Your watch goes by without any issue.
Can I cast speak with animals?
Ralrut.
Wait, Alex.
Sure.
There's some animals. Can I cast speak with animals?
Yeah, like a bear.
Man,
You're going up to the bear?
bro, I'm becoming a bear.
You're going to the bear? Yeah.
Alright.
I'm becoming a bear.
It's
Alright.
a big fluke.
You can't cast spells while in your wild shape. Keep in mind.
That's fine. I'm gonna wild shape into a.
Yo, Eliza, this isn't brother bear. Bears don't just like walk up to each other and socialize.
Let DM yell at me about that.
Especially if it's a grizzly bear.
We're in the middle of the.
This is when our plan goes south. Eliza gets killed, and I get captured, and everything just gets
Well,
fucked.
I'm gonna turn into a grizzly bear.
All right. So
Right.
you turn into a grizzly bear,
Yes.
and you see the similar looking like brown bear is just
Oh, cutie.
scratching at a tree.
Oh, yes. You know they actually do that with their back on
Yeah.
the tree. They're so
That's
cute.
why I said it.
I'm like,
Why
Are you walking up to
I'm
them?
gonna walk up to the tree next to him and do the same thing, and I'm so happy.
You start getting close, and it sees you, and it almost just starts like standing off and like staring at you, like it doesn't recognize you.
I give it a little wink.
And as you start to get closer, it starts to get more aggressive, and just like snarling at you. Are you continuing to draw near?
Maybe. Can I? Yeah, I'm gonna go up to it.
And go up to it.
Slowly. Because if I die as a bear, I come back as Ethel with full health, so it's fun, and I get to
Dude,
experience.
what do you do? You do know the
bear
point of this is stealth, right?
Well, to be fair, Juan, if all of a sudden there are people, these goblin slavers, walked up on two bears, they'd probably sit there and not think it's another person transformed as a bear. So we're still pretty good.
Well,
So
yeah,
why-
but then they know we're high-level people that's trying to hunt people down.
I mean, I don't think people would randomly be like, "Oh, that bear must have been a druid."
She's literally gonna turn to Ethel and after.
I mean, if they were there,
Ability.
if they were there to see her untransform, they saw her transform already. So
You start getting closer.
I don't think this is a
And
good idea. I don't think you should do
The
it.
Right
bear,
there.
the bear starts like moving up towards you, like very clearly.
I'm gonna do the non-hostile, close your eyes and form an animal face. For a while, the longer you have your eyes closed, the more you're showing that you are not afraid that they're going to beat your ass.
Roll animal.
Bears
handling.
are territorial.
Exactly, but this is me showing that I'm not about to kill them. And then
It's gonna beat your ass.
Roll
Alright.
animal handling.
if Alex lets the bear kill me, he knows nothing about bears. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica, Alex.
turns out that Eliza's been wanting an
Why
out
don't I
in the
handle?
D&D campaign for such a long time,
Is it
and she
bear
talked with
stats?
Alex previously.
What?
bear stats? My stats?
You keep your mind on your wild shape.
I thought I get like octopi stats and stuff. Why am I hitting the wrong buttons?
No, fucking polymorph gives you all of the stats of the creature. Wild shape, you keep your mind. All of your mental stats stay the same. So roll animal handling.
Sorry. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. It's been a while since I used this, and then I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. And the mail handling. Oh, fuck. Math is hard. 21.
21. It starts like coming towards you, but sort of like backs down. It less so thinks you're not. It's more like not wanting to fight, but it will if you keep like running up on it.
I'm
Like-
just chilling.
It like holds its ground.
What's going up to the bear accomplishing anyways?
Juan, what's bringing a prostitute accomplishing anyways? It's role
You
playing.
just having fun.
It's fun, Juan. Calm down.
I
Anyway,
swear to God, I'm gonna kill Ethel on this trip.
that's okay. I'll let your entire anthology be destroyed.
Continue.
You're gonna-
So the bear just sort of sits there and is just watching you. Like it stops scratching its back or anything, it's just watching you.
Okay, I know that I'm in a bear form, but do I have access to
Yeah.
the good berries?
How far am I?
No.
Do I see this?
Huh?
Do I see this, Alex?
No, you're sleeping. Hush.
Yeah, you're sleeping right now.
You're having a horrible nightmare right now about tentacles and stuff.
I'm gonna kill the. I was gonna kill the bear.
Juan,
That would have definitely ruined the style. Okay, let's stop interrupting. Let her finish the scene so we can move on.
yeah, Juan. Anyway,
So yeah, the bear's just staring at you. It's not doing anything special anymore. It's just
alright,
watching.
I'm just gonna blink and then walk away, and as I'm walking away, I'm going to turn back into myself because I cast greater invisibility, and then drop a little trail of my leftover good berries from today because I get 10 of them and we do not need 10 of them. So I'm going to drop the 7 of them that I have left in a little huddle for him in the snow and just keep walking off And he doesn't see me because I'm invisible.
Imagine
I'm
if
flying
he
off.
doesn't understand what a good berry is and he eats
He
7
eats-
of them, which is
Just-
7 meals, and he
no,
just like starts
that's-
throwing up.
No! Okay, within 24 hours they lose
No,
their effect.
I mean that's
so
the thing. He goes over to them and he starts.
Don't you say he throws up good
Well,
berries.
no, you see,
Don't
he
you
starts
do it.
smelling it, and you just see him like start lapping up a bunch of the good berries. Just
Can Invisible Ethel cast Greater Invisibility, or can Invisible Ethel cast Animal Handling?
cast animal handling. That's not a thing.
I mean, roll Animal Handling
What are you gonna do?
to give him pets. He can smell me. He can't see me.
I mean, yeah, roll stealth. I mean, yeah, roll stealth check.
Stealth check, but not Animal
It's
Handling.
not animal handling.
Oh,
Stealth.
okay. I want to give him good pets. Oh, fuck. Oh, do I have plus 10 still? I do? 17 plus... Oh, 20. Oh, fuck.
All right.
That's so cool.
So you go over and you just lightly give him pets while he's eating the good berries.
I let him sniff my hand a little bit, you know.
He
respect.
doesn't notice you're there. If he noticed you were there, he would attack you.
I'm like, got one little tear in the corner of my eye. I'm like, ah.
So Ethel, your watch finishes without
It's
issue.
like Theodore.
Uh,
Oh my
Ralrut.
God.
What are you doing? You come to Ethel wakes you up for your watch. Make a perception check.
Okay. What's my perception?
I'll check for you. Sorry about that.
Yeah, just make the roll.
Perception is +5.
21.
You keep an eye out. You see a bear just sort of walk by and just run further into the woods. You're watching Sonder, and he's just sort of sleeping. Just very obviously, he left his campfire on. It's smoking like crazy. But, you fucking shitting, Juan?
Yes, sir.
Are you really?
I heard you fucking farting, bro. Mute yourself while you're not talking. Oh my god. Oh my
You're
god.
yelling about
hard,
him
man.
talking to
Holy
bears.
shit. I just heard Juan fucking fart in my ear, bass boosted by my headset. I don't want to hear that ever again.
Well, you gotta go back in the recording and find that, and then make it a sound that you can play like a soundbar. A wand fucking shitting.
That's just weird, man. Okay, whatever. Go on.
Juan, what you gotta do is you gotta let the poop partially out, and then squeeze your cheeks and get it back in, and then you just do that over and over and over again. So you
You
lay
don't
front.
be like that. I've heard Oliver say that
Oliver.
like 14,000 times. He's got problems.
Robert, your watch passes. You guys come to, so it is now the second day. Are you guys same routine?
Same routine, yep.
Alright, D100 again. Sonder?
Do you want... Oh,
Do I got my spells back again?
am I rolling performance again?
Yeah, both of
Can I
you
give
stealth checks again. Performance for you,
Can I give
Sonder.
him an Echo's assistance?
D100.
Oh fuck. Alex,
That
Plus
is...
10.
Wait, am I getting Echo's assistance on my performance?
That one more.
No, he would have unless you want to go up to him, Ralrut, to do that.
Okay.
You couldn't do it.
I wouldn't do that. I got an 11, which isn't terrible. It's a little better. Okay, and as for the percentile die, it is...
Give me a second.
Okay.
It's kind of cocked, but I mean, it's good enough.
Remember the
23.
plus 10.
21.
Plus 10?
Yeah, 31.
Okay. Oh,
Alright.
30? What fuck? Hey, Alex, if I roll a nat 1, do I still get my plus 10?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Stuff? Okay, 14?
Alright. So, you guys continue going forward. What was your D100, Sonder?
23. Not that good.
Alright. You guys continue on. The
Nothing?
day, just traveling down the road. Man, I guess nothing.
While I'm traveling, are there any... I guess I can't transform into my were shape to get any food. I was gonna try and capture something and then cook it on the fire and make a lot of smells and stuff, but never mind. There's no way for me to transform with... I mean, I can transform, but
I'll
not
end
do it
you.
stealthily. Okay. No, never mind. I'm just gonna...
You have
Oh,
good
did
berry.
you deliver your good berry by flying and dropping it onto me? from high up.
Can
Awesome.
I be on the lookout for scouts, Alex?
Yeah, make perception check.
Bro, I think we went on the wrong mountain. Alex, please.
Can I do the same thing? Except this time I'm farther ahead.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I rolled a 6, so I'll add that to my perception.
So 9 plus
Alright.
9, so 18 for me.
All right. Um.
Oh, your perception is 5, I believe.
11.
All right. So
I'm sorry. Okay, so the way that this rest was, I don't get all spells back. I don't get.
you do. The only thing you just don't full heal, but you didn't take any damage, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, continue.
So you guys. What's it called? You guys continue on. Day sort of starts wrapping down. I'm assuming watches again.
Yep.
Alright, who wants to do first one? Who wants to do second?
I'll do first this time.
Fuck. Okay, fine. I'll do second one, I guess.
Alright, make a perception check.
Oh, when we sleep, I have the thingy that does the globe around us.
23.
I think our perception is bonus.
Alright,
has a bonus.
plus I believe 5 because of wisdom.
add those. I add
Because
those
of
2 rings
Ethel's
onto my
ability.
fingers.
Yeah.
No, I added them already.
No, it's an additional plus 5 because of Ethel's dome.
Oh,
Yeah, let me
28.
double check.
Just a minor detail. I add those 2 useless rings onto my fingers.
Alright.
Oh, I don't think there is a bonus. Oh no, yeah. Grants a bonus to stealth and perception checks within it. A
Alright.
foot. Here.
Ralrut, you sort of keeping watch. It's getting dark, but again, I mean, not much. It's getting. You've got 2 days left. At this point, you're getting a little nervous about the trial.
Okay.
Ethel?
That's all. I'm actually need you to start flying up and scouting them. Probably go ahead and look for them.
Ethel, make a perception check. It's your watch.
Ow.
Are you gonna fly around and look for these people, or are you gonna just
Yeah.
keep watch?
I'll fly around and look. Well, I'm above. Can I just circle around our camp?
Then make a perception check.
Inside. To scout for these. Yeah. Do I get any bonuses? I don't remember. Do I get the bonus from this globe? No, right? That's 30 feet.
No, because you're not in it.
Pass
Did I notice anything with my 18 in perception from earlier?
During the day, no.
Okay. Well, it's just 13. 17. But I don't get a bonus from passing a trace for perception, so.
So, Ethel, you sort of fly around, and you don't see anybody. You don't see any sort of camp. You just see Sonder's fire. And Sonder, you're sort of just sleeping. And over the night, you just immediately feel I'm gonna say make a perception check, Sonder.
19.
Oh yeah, this early. With that, I'll say you're slightly roused out of your sleep as you hear movement around your camp.
I had agreed previously to not immediately kill the people if they attempt to capture me, so I was just gonna let myself get captured. However, if these are the people that are going to capture me, I'm gonna take off all of my immediate valuables, like my enchanted rings, and just slip them into my scarf. And then if I can, kind of fold up my Eldritch Scarf to make it appear less. I mean, it's a tattered scarf. It doesn't look like anything special, at least in my mind's eye.
Mm-hmm.
But I slipped the rings in just in case, because those are easy to take. And I don't think there's anything else I can really do. The gloves of thievery are invisible, right, on my hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you immediately try. Are you like taking the scarf off, or are you keeping it on you?
I would keep it on me because it just looks like a tattered scarf.
All right,
So
so
it doesn't look like
you
something valuable.
you feel a net sort of thrown over you.
Uh-huh.
Are you making any kind of noise, or are you just like letting yourself get captured?
You should make a
I
drum.
imagine my whatchamacallit, my paper pet is now gone off, because that was what I commanded it to do, and to go southward about a half mile and try and find Ethel and whatchamacallit. And
So
and they
Ethel,
can see my transcript of them telling them, like, if this comes, then they know I got captured.
yeah. So
I'll start putting, like, furrows into the ground, like scratching the ground, so it's very clearly I was there, and then I'll do that repeatedly.
are you like shouting or anything?
Sure. I'll be like, "Oh fuck, who are you? What?
All right.
What's going on?"
Make a performance check. So Ethel and Ralrut, you guys are immediately made aware as just you hear Sonder shouting.
That's a 9.
You're like, no,
I'm gonna
please
cast-
don't. I have a family. As they start just like wrapping you up, they're like, this guy's being a fucking weirdo. As you see these people, in like just like dark gray, like armor, plate, and like leathers and stuff, just get this net over you and start wrapping you up, but to like shut you up immediately, there's just like a mouth clamp just jammed over your mouth, and it just covers over.
Is it like
almost
a
just-
cloth or is it metal?
It's metal.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast my greater invisibility and fly.
Yeah, and Ralrut, you're woken up to this.
Okay, I'll put up my hood and then just follow.
All right.
Greater invisibility flying to Sonder.
All right.
1 second.
And as this begins to transpire, I think we'll end the session there. As they say to you, Sonder,
Hey Joe, you ready?
oh,
I'll leave out in a
we'll
few
be
minutes,
taking
okay?
you somewhere interesting now, boy.
Alright, see you in a little bit.
And they
Bye-bye.
sort of get you wrapped up, and you see, like, they have you, but you also see there's, like, 2 other people they have also, netted up. And it seems like 3 guys, and each with 1 person. And as they're just dragging you off, they say, alright, we're full. Message back to camp, we've got a full load. This celebration's gonna be great. And we'll call it there.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah. This is giving me Herschel vibes.
Okay, Juan, we don't need to see you fucking shitting. We don't need that. That's not necessary.
I hope in the video you blur him out. Just a little blob.
Juan, show us your veiny member, please.
He shows his poop.
Yo, Juan! Full on,
I didn't get to see it. Wait.
full on saw your dick, dude. What's wrong
Juan,
with
look
you?
at, we have the same light.
God
We have the same light
damn
fixture. Eliza, look.
it.
Eliza, look, we have the same
I
light
see.
fixture.
Okay, okay. Alright, that's just perfect.
Bye,
Yeah.
Juan.
See you, fellas.
Bye,
Good
Juan.
session. The next session will probably be the last one of this little storyline of you finishing up your test of might.
Okay,
And from there,
We all die.
I think the group's gonna be splitting up, and we're gonna have 2 separate adventures from you
Well,
guys.
if you guys want to come with mine, I don't mind. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll probably help. I'll help Ethel first, and then if you guys don't mind helping me with mine, that would be
We'll
great.
probably talk more about it next session. For the last one.
And Alex,
figure
I
out
already,
what
I
I'm
already
going
told you what I was planning to do, right?
Yep. I'm already preparing for that. I've got ideas.
Alright, bet.
to. Hey
Alright.
Oliver, I'm about to
See
go
you,
on a
fellas.
walk with Joe. Do you want to come with?
No.
Okay,
Come on.
peace.